Hi, this is Manish Shah from Upper Crust Wealth PMS. I'm here to discuss today the market and portfolio outlook for the month of March 2023. In this edition, let us discuss on the Q3 result season that was concluded, valuations of key themes that we have focused on, and the capex theme in particular, and lastly, our belief that it continues to be a time for creating an alpha. Coming to Q3 result season takeaways, Q3 has ended. Nifty profits are 12% increased on a YOY basis. However, this is a season when consumption slowdown was seen across the board in FMCG, consumer durables, discretionary, two-wheelers, and retail. This pack has seen the earning downgrades as well. Secondly, commodities, metals, oil and gas, cement dragged the quarter down with a 63%, 19%, and 18% respectively. Banking and financial, though, was the most consistent performers with a solid 40% growth on a relatively high base. Autos surprised and did much better than expected. So that was the high point of the quarter. Excluding metals and oil and gas, Nifty and Universe delivered solid 29% and 31% earning growth respectively. Overall, after the results season, Nifty EPS has seen a small 1% cut in its earning, maybe mainly on account of downgrades in metals. FY23 earning growth is now expected to be 11.6%. For FY24, Nifty earnings remain largely unchanged at over 990 in the Nifty. Now on valuations, we have maintained that market should trade between 18 and 18 and a half times 1 year forward earnings, with a 1 year forward earnings still being maintained close to 1000. It implies a fair market level of between 18,000 to 18,500 on a Nifty. Debt on a pre-tax basis continues to look more attractive relatively speaking versus equities. However, versus the last period, relative attractiveness has reduced somewhat with a rally in bonds post-budget and a small fall in equities. More importantly, the post-tax effectiveness of debt has reduced considerably for Indian investors on account of change in the taxation rules on MLDs. This should result in better allocation from HNIs into equity in the new fiscal years. Now, on the key themes that we are focusing on. The focus on the spaces like on indigenization focus, hospitals in healthcare space, banks on continued lending growth and benign credit cycle, engineering and capital goods on manufacturing, chemicals on China plus one continues to be in our focus. We believe that autos have taken care of technology related worries and platform changes and now present a relatively more attractive opportunity versus the other consumption spaces. In some part, this is a key takeaway from Q3 numbers as well. Focusing on the capex cycle as compared to the past, when consumption was the sole driver of the growth, capex is increasingly the new growth driver. Data set around order flows, short cycle revenues of machinery and consumables in capital goods, imports together paint a picture that investment cycle build is strengthening. Investment cycle seems to have escorted the pitfalls of macro headwinds and commodity price volatility resulting from Russia-Ukraine war. Multiple drivers of capex cycle may make it larger and sustainable versus the narrow focus last time. We see several sectoral drivers of an investment cycle, and this breadth can make it larger and more sustainable despite skepticism. This is contrary to the narrow power sector driven cycle last time. Sectoral leadership can be driven by 1. Manufacturing including defense, and this is a place where government has provided substantial push. Second, public spend on key sectors rail, road, water and urban infrastructure. And 3, energy transition from renewable storage of energy, electrical vehicles and hydrogen. Including real estate, metallurgy, logistics and data centers also among the other growth sectors. So this is a period where lot of spaces could provide capex momentum. Capacity utilization levels though are hovering at sub 75% level, and the whole thought is that they need to inch up for a stronger capex cycle to evolve. However, lot of capacity in India may be old and need replacement stroke retrofitting and technological upgradation led capex could benefit the companies that provide cutting edge solutions. In quarter 3, capital goods companies have reported strong margin expansion. This is usually a good lead indicator of the strong demand outlook for better capital capacity utilization or the new capabilities that are not yet commoditized. Lastly, we continue to believe that this is the time for alpha as we go forward. Manufacturing margins should see an expansion, and the compression in earnings spread that was seen in Q3 should reverse. Broader earnings growth should help the market breadth. However, new spaces like defense and chemicals, which are long period compounding stories, have emerged and provide alpha opportunities. And of course, this is helped by alpha seeking domestic money flow. So I think times for managers should turn more favorable as we go forward on that count. Thank you and happy investing.